some days the internet just does not want me to stream. But at least I'm on now. Okay, that seems to be working. Let's get chat where I can see it. I say see in the loosest of terms. 'Cause let's be honest, I'm not the best at following it. But yeah, Subnautica. Possibly finishing today. Slightly impacted by the fact that I don't have the control plugged in. That's never gonna help. Why is this cable tangling? Yeah, so we're gonna hit about 48 hours on this by the end of this stream. Fairly close on the money. Which seems a nice round number to finish on. That bass drop. Alright, yes, we logged out here, didn't we? I seem to recall I had a few main priorities for today.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Really? Again? Again? Okay, it's working this time. I think the first one I wanted to look at was somewhat reviewing my battery situation now that I can create Uber batteries. But actually first, before we do anything else, let's read some of these logs and check out what exactly the situation is. Okay, enzyme host peepers leaving the containment facility. The outflow pipes are filled with peepers travelling back towards the surface. Specimens show no symptoms of infection. All specimens scanned are carrying enzyme 42, which data suggests inhibits the bacterium. Why have I got so much junk around my feet today? Go away, please. Specimens' stomach cavities are otherwise empty, suggesting they may have purged the contents before entering the pipes. Well, that's a interestingly unnecessary bit of info. Hello, Ferroster. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. Apologies for running late. I've just been pegging it halfway across the country. I say halfway across the country. What I actually mean is, you have a choice of jokes today. What I actually mean is, I ran south for about half an hour's drive to drop off a certain Tiny Shark Plays' birthday cake to repay her back for the birthday cake she made me. And then I ran north to sort out some stuff for my flat. So yeah, I'm running a little bit late. But I like the rude joke or the math joke. Well, both are frickin' tempting. Much as I am tempted to go for the rude joke, being a mathematician, I guess I should probably go for the maths joke. Technically cake. It was actually Rocky Road. It's about the one thing I can make. But yeah, let's go for the maths joke, and then maybe to celebrate possibly finishing the game, maybe we can sneak the other joke as well. A rare double joke situation. My teacher told me that I was completely average, which I thought was really mean. I like it. I like it. I'm trying to think of some free way of fitting the word mode or median into that. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. What was there was a joke that my dad told my brother-in-law today that I thought you might appreciate. Just trying to remember, trying to make sure I get the wording right. I think the joke. Okay, the joke went like this. It was, what rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. I'm glad you like that one. I'm glad you like that one. There was another one, but I can't remember it. My brain only has capacity to absorb so much. Go on, let's hear the rude joke as well. I may have to censor words as I say them, but let's have this rude joke. I'm actually going to pause this, so I don't... Actually, let me just test a thing. This is something I read. Apparently, you can slow down the rate at which you gain hunger and thirst in this game by sitting down in a chair. So I'm going to test the theory out. But yeah, go on, let's see this. Pessimists see a bathroom stall without a door, whereas optimists see a... Yeah, okay, yeah, I like that one. I like that one. I will hold on reading out the full thing. But yeah, that's good. That was good. Me being a math guy... Math? God, goodness sake, Kirsty's infected me now. Me being a mathematics guy, I'm more into the first one, but I like them both. Hunger and water don't drain when you're seated. Oh, nice. I wish I'd learned that ages ago. But fair enough. But yeah, how are you doing, Ferry? How... I did not mean to stand up there. How are you today? I'm just trying to catch up on all the logs I picked up before. Gamers, how you doing? You're about in the maths. Yeah, that is exactly the the sort of joke I would have expected from you. How are you doing, man? I haven't seen you in ages. What have you been up to? Good to hear it, boo. Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. I've just had a week off work, so I'm feeling considerably better than I have been in some time. What have you been up to, though? Work means... Yeah, pretty much. Work makes talk just go up the bend, around the bend, basically. Been fighting with anxiety. Ooh. Yeah, never good to be fighting with anxiety. If you don't mind me asking, is there anything particularly triggering it, or is it like... you know, is it just one of those things which can spontaneously occur with no real cause, or is it something you'd prefer not to go into? Assessment. If peepers have evolved to distribute the enzyme via the pipe network, this may explain part of the mechanism by which life on 4546b has survived since the bacterial outbreak. Well, yes. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I am lucky that I don't have to deal with anxiety in that sense. I'm very good at making myself anxious about things I have real cause to fear. Like, real cause to fear. What I mean is, I'm very good at getting myself worked up about things like interviews and stuff like that. Which is great, which is fantastic, really, considering they're some of the things I'm worst at anyway, even without the nervousness. So yeah, basically I just completely fall apart when I've got actually something to think about. But no, thankfully I don't have generalized anxiety. So I hope you're feeling better soon, man. Not a nice thing to deal with. Hope everyone is good in general today, to be honest. It's the weekend after all. Put your feet up, enjoy yourself for a while. Watch me failing at this game for another 3 or 4 hours. The Emperor specimen's eggs are attached to some form of incubator. In a normal life cycle, it seems likely that sea emperors would have buried their eggs in shallower waters, where different organic material in the soil would have triggered a hatching response. The incubator suggests the aliens had resorted to developing artificial hatching enzymes which would simulate the egg's natural hatching environment, but were unable to discover the formula. This is all a bit long-winded. With extensive information on the Sea Emperors themselves, it may still be possible to fabricate an artificial hatching enzyme using indigenous ingredients. However, the only surviving source of that information may be the Sea Emperor itself. This is all seeming very Deus Ex Machina-ish. Oh, how very convenient that their eggs just sit there for eternity rather than dying or something. Also, how very convenient that they don't need 2 Sea Emperors to fertilize them. Eating lots of chocolate, that sounds good to me. I did keep some of the off-cuttings of the rocky road, so I do have a pile of chocolate which I might work through myself. Of course it's long-winded, it's #science. People's entering the containment facility. Fish show no sign of distress. Well, goody. Couldn't possibly be having a solution which had potential negative sides. The specimens scanned all have consumed high quantities of seeds and organic matter for the surface. Some specimens are beginning to show signs of infection. The shell casing is formed from thick layers of carbon composite, suggesting an extensive gestation period. This Leviathan species may give birth just once per century, perhaps just once in their lifetimes. That seems... once per lifetime is not a good way for a species to continue its existence. Hey, aliens, man! Who can conjure the thoughts that stalk the hallways of their arcane minds? Quite. Fair enough. I will take your word for it, Pharaoh. That's a fair point. It is #science aliens. Precision incision suggests a laser-based tool was used to cut open the egg casing and forcibly remove the... oh, that sounds horrible. Time pressure to develop a bacterial vaccine. How much of it out of interest? That's cool. I will wait until you get back with Pepsi. Civvy! You can beat it! I can only beat it if I don't spend all day just messing around like I usually do. I'm trying to catch up on all the story I did in the last game. But how are you doing? It's got to be early for you, hasn't it, Civvy? It's maybe like 8 o'clock in the... say something like that in the morning? Yeah, I may end up rebuilding my base. I was deciding I wasn't great. You know, I wasn't happy with it last time. Almost 11. Oh, fair enough. How you doing? How was your stream yesterday? How did you get on with Skyward Sword? Time pressure to develop a bacterial vaccine may have driven the alien researchers to cut open this egg and remove the fetus for study. It's also possible that removed from its parent and natural habitat, some vital condition for the infant to hatch naturally was not met. You don't say. I mean, it's not like birthing creatures before they're due is just normal and healthy, is it? Physiology. Superficial damage to the specimen indicates it was artificially removed from its egg casing. Stunted tissue development suggests the organism expired during the removal process. No kidding. Tissue samples have been taken from the digestive tract. It appears the aliens were attempting to formulate a cure for the bacterium from enzymes produced in this specimen's digestive system. Without a young, healthy specimen, these efforts were in vain. Okay, I can see what they're doing at least. Got really irritated with controls again. Still have controller drift. Oh, and that sucks. That really sucks. Are you playing it direct off a Switch? I didn't know that controller drift was a thing that people still had problems with, to be honest. It's not something I've had to deal with in ages. Welcome back, Pharaoh. I was just going to say, all of this stuff I'm reading here, all the talk about, like, the stuff we had in the last stream about a previous group who also spoke to the Sea Emperor and then didn't help her out and so on. Does it ever go into detail about what happened with that, or does it kind of leave it all very ambiguous? Subnautica even. Hey Rambler, how you doing? On Switch. I didn't realise that the Switch had problems with that. Maybe it's just time to buy a new set of controllers? Or can you do something different? Can you just switch to using the D-pad rather than the whatever they're called now? I can't remember what the motes, the Switch motes that you were using. There's some information that you can infer, but their ultimate fate isn't explored until below. Ah, okay. I also had questions about like how those two games tie in, but I won't go into them until I've seen the end of this game. Here's a question though, as I go through these. How likely is it, do you think, I can beat this game in this stream? Considering how long you know I tend to go on for. Okay, uncommonly strong shell lining. Organic growth on the exterior suggests these eggs may be hundreds or thousands of years old. Alien devices penetrate the outer shell layer, likely designed to supply them with... Okay, blah blah blah. Let's just check to see if any of these look like they're of importance, because I don't want to spend all... actually, I've gone through most of them. The data downloads, so the data download's going to be... yeah, mostly just about the stuff that we saw. Very, very likely... okay, that's fair enough. I do still want to do some other things as well. Like I said, I need to go... the first thing I could do with is reminders on where I can find good deposits of silver and gold, because I want to, even though I don't really need them anymore, I kind of want to update a whole load of stuff with some ion batteries now. I just like the idea of updating things. This carving is hundreds of thousands of years old and made from an unrecognized natural fiber, grown on an unknown planet. It bears striking resemblance to the old Earth yin-yang. It does. Two competing theories may explain this similarity. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. The concept of yin and yang is universal, since yin and yang describes the fundamental interdependency of seemingly opposite forces. It may be a necessary existential understanding in some form in all sufficiently developed civilizations. Well, except only one on Earth, apparently. The tapering of two circles into opposite and infinitesimally small points, the finite, is one logical way to represent this understanding, and may have been developed independently by species other than humans. Yeah, we earlier on in the playthrough of this Civi, we spent some time kind of debating what the best way of inserting the word Tarkin, the name was. Subnautica, I think, was one. Subnautica. Subnautica. There's various ways of doing it. In general, yeah, I like all of them though. Since I realised that Tark can rhyme with a few things, I've quite enjoyed just like dropping it in a few places. Annoyingly, you get the ion blueprints too late in the game for them to be worth it. Yeah, it's true, but I feel like just updating a few things. I may not update everything. I may not, for instance, update like all the stuff on all of the power cells on the Cyclops. But, you know, I'll spend a little bit of time, maybe. Also, actually, honestly, not super worth it to install ion batteries, unless you're going to spend another dozen now. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. In that case, hold the thought there for the time being. I'm wondering with this stuff, when it's given, like, various ideas, I'm guessing that they're never really going to give any indication of like which of these competing theories is the most likely. I have to admit, I love lore and stuff like that in games, but I really like it when there's a kind of a single source of truth, you know, a single point of truth, sorry. You know, like one of the... well, I'll give you 3 different competing theories in my blurb, but I know that one of them is the one I'm actually believing. But I suspect that most places will just leave it ambiguous so that every player can make their own conclusions. Okay, alien statue. This artifact is unpowered, suggesting it served a ceremonial rather than practical purpose. Really? Okay, I guess I see what they're saying. I was going to say, surely if something is ceremonial, you would want it to move more. I thought, but then again, they're not saying it's art. They're saying it's an actual purposeful item. Reading the next one up might tip the balance towards one of the answers. Oh yes, I remember this thing about... yeah. Okay. Whether the aliens that built this structure were themselves humanoid or were otherwise employed the use of humanoids is unclear. What is clear is that they considered defending this facility a necessary precaution. So I get very kind of Stargatey vibes from all of this. Oh, sorry, Ancient Earth Blade. Oh, the next one down. Oh, right, okay. An Ancient Earth... Oh, I see. Dating back to the 13th century, blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from the period. This evidence supports the theory that the aliens are an ancient spaceborne civilization engaging in the surreptitious study of lesser developed species, and apparently just assassinating all of their leaders. Oh, okay, yeah, I hadn't actually thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm getting very kind of Stargatey vibes, just not so much focused on ancient Egypt. I do kind of like all this stuff. The thing is, like I say, I like games that kind of have a single thing of truth and then are willing to explore it. So, like, if I get too far down this rabbit hole, I'll ending up like. I'll want a game where I can literally go and play like an RPG with that finding that species or something, which I think is very different from what they actually want to do. They want to just do kind of you're alone on a planet games. Apparently, yeah, Ramblay, it does. It just hides it in the background a bit. In fairness, like Dark Souls. Dark Souls has a ton of lore. It just hides it. This device contains network apparatus. Oh my word, it's a router. It's a frickin' router. And a holographic projection unit. It was likely used as a communications relay, capturing and projecting the image. Yep. So, it's like one of those things that they use in Star Wars in the first one. Episode 1. Scans show some form of advanced nanobot inside this seemingly empty case. These bots are substantially smaller than any developed within the Federation, and it is not possible to ascertain their exact function. It would, however, be unwise to release them. I would totally just scoop some up and take them back. I'm happy to discuss my interpretation of the history and the plot of the game once you've finished it. I mean, I could do that. We could finish up and then have a bit of a discussion for half an hour or something after that. Organic matter particulator. I have to admit, just for the record, I have to admit that I have not downloaded the next game we're playing yet, Horizon. So if I do accidentally end up finishing this game by it's not going to happen, but by 5 o'clock, then I will just have to end the stream there, or find something to chat about for a while. So, which is kind of why I'm talking about delaying things by building a load of ion batteries. But yeah, I'd be very happy to have a bit of a talk over about what all the background of this is and all the stuff that you've noticed that I haven't seen and so on. There's also a couple of things I want to mess around with. I want to see if they work on the PlayStation version that I've seen that can be done on the PC version. Like game-breaking bug kind of things. But I'm going to leave them for the end of the game after we've, when we're pretty much ready to blast off. Okay, the organic matter particulator. This device contains a highly unstable reactive isotope, likely to destroy all organisms exposed to it, while leaving physical structures intact. Okay, interesting. So basically it's an anti-personnel mine. Although it would function perfectly well as a weapon, it's more likely used to sterilize spaces for later habitation. Oh, okay. Without instructions, it would be unwise to interact with it. I mean, I don't know how you're getting that information from the scan. That is a massive leap of logic. But, so basically they're saying that this alien species not only, seeded and studied other lesser life forms, they basically just wiped them out as well if they wanted to colonize somewhere. Interesting. It's weird to me. I usually care about story only slightly, but survivors like this, for me, are not too interesting when the goal is too loose and open-ended. So, see, I usually like a heavy story game. I certainly like some story to a game. If there's no background to it at all, it doesn't make me not want to play the game at all, but it certainly kind of lessens my engagement with it. But yeah, usually I prefer a really heavy storyline, but every now and again, it's kind of interesting to have one where it doesn't really feed you it, and it just gives you clues, and then you can kind of piece things together and debate stuff with people. I quite enjoy that kind of discussing things through. The thing is, like I say, if things are too, oh, it might be this and it might be that, it just winds me up. I want there to be a truth to things. This device shares many similarities with the tablets used to access the alien facilities, although its structure is rather less complex. It may have served a similar purpose, granting security access and storing relevant data. It was thus kept here as a legacy support. Oh yeah, they're failing to update all their systems. Good to know that aliens can be just as incompetent as my IT department. Tracking implant. The construct is emitting a high bandwidth signal consistent with alien transmissions intercepted elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the lifeforms indigenous to 4546b, its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan-class organism. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, the implant may also have recorded biological data on the subject, however this cannot be retrieved. And finally, this device stores linguistic data from all over 1,000 different languages. The core of the device may allow alien text to be read and translated. Analysis of the onboard data reveals a number of ancient Earth languages, and the term CHBC Live, that sounds like a freaking TV show, appears many times in the device's data. Yeah, the aliens came to Earth, got caught up in watching the TV show, and that's all they did. They just watched it over and over. They just binge watched. Hey, you're cop. How you doing? The device seems to be configured to translate into the designer's language. It will not work the other way around. How incredibly convenient. So we can't read anything. Scans indicate this arch was left inactive when the facility was abandoned. It likely served as an access point to the surface of the planet. It's much too small for the Emperor to pass through, but it would accommodate smaller life forms. Okay. Yep, I think I know what an ion cube fabricator does. I'm guessing it fabricates ion cubes. According to the translated data logs, an indigenous Leviathan species was found to produce an unique substance referred to as Enzyme 42. How very what's the word I'm looking for? Creative, that'll do. Just got back home 30 minutes ago. Me too. Me too. That's why I'm a bit late on the stream. How am I? I'm pretty good. I've had a week off work. Went on a horribly grueling bike ride a few days ago. I've been playing unhealthy amounts of Crusader Kings 3. Oh, really? Oh, that's fair enough. It's always nice to have tributes to people, although it's obviously not nice that one of their developers died early. Oh, translators died early. But that's fair enough. I give them kudos for including that. But yeah, what have you been up to, if you don't mind me asking? Where have you been running around to? The specimen was captured and contained in a purpose-built habitat for further study. The alien researchers went to great lengths to provide for the lifeform's environmental needs, including the import of interdependent flora and fauna via an on-site warp gate. However, its health quickly deteriorated. Well, you kept it in a cage that was about twice the size of its body. Of course it got its health deteriorated. Lock me in my room, I'll start to deteriorate. When quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme into a vaccine have been unsuccessful. Okay, standard stuff, I think. Oh, what am I missing? Standard stuff as well. I'm not going to read everything out if I don't think it's going to be super relevant to discussing the background of all this. Like these, for instance. I think, is that the last one? Yes. Okay, so we have read everything. I'm caught up. I can do some actual doing now. Right, so the first things first. First things first, I need to empty my inventory. And then we need to look at what this this enzyme requires. I seem to recall it requires 5 plants, one of which I've brought with me, another of which I think I can get from my garden. I'm just going to dump them all the extra stuff in here, because let's be honest, it doesn't matter too much now. Why have I got a whole load of power cells in my inventory? I don't know. Right. Right. So, somewhere in here, I should have enzyme. Ah, there it is. Hatching enzymes. Stalk seed, sea crown seed. I think the hang on, the sea crown seed. Is that something I had already here? No. What did I do with my sea crown seed? Did I plant it maybe already? Marble melon. Oh dear, what have I done with the sea crown seed? Don't tell me I've put it down on, like, dropped it down the back of the frickin' sofa or something. It possibly is still on board the Cyclops. What have I got? Vettled Nain. Vettled. Yes, Vettled Nain. I have Vettled Nain there. Yes, I think I probably must have done. Yokop, what have you been watching recently? There we go. I might as well grab the rest of this, I suppose. Except I can't grab it all. So I'll drop a power cell in here, because if I'm going to need a power cell, it's probably going to be somewhere where the prawn is. I'll drop the rest of the junk over here with the rest of the junk, like the silver ore, and then I'm gonna go and plant some of these, but I will keep the one seed. I think veined nettle might have been another thing I needed. No, it's not. Okay. Fungal sample, bulb bush, ghost weed, eye stalk. I've definitely seen a few of these around. Mostly quite deep. Give me hints. Yeah. If I'm gonna beat this game pretty quickly otherwise. No necessarily, no, blah, blah, blah. Let's try that again. No necessary reason to point me directly to them. But I reckon, I'm thinking that one of them, maybe the bulb bush? I think the bulb bush can be found where those, like, giant circles are, aren't they? And also maybe down where the gassy base in the cave is? Where am I trying to be? I'm trying to be on here, aren't I? I think proposed Degassi base 500 meters maybe is where I can find one of them. I'm gonna ditch this into storage for the time being. Bulb bush could be found in the bulb zone. How very helpful. I do not have a clue where the bulb zone is. Thank you. No, I tell you what. I think we found some bulby-like things on our way to and from that. Where is the place where I keep taking the Cyclops down? And I've already forgotten where it is. Underground River 2, I think. So let's go and check out Underground River 2. I've got a feeling. Life pod 12, fair enough. Where's Life Pod 12? Not a million miles from. The fungal sample is from a mushroom in the mushroom forest. Yes. I seem to recall we talked about that one before. And the mushroom forest, I think we're going to go past through mushroom forest on my way to this place, aren't we? In fact, this is mushroom forest here, isn't it? So maybe I'll park in the middle of this place and see if I can see anything that looks like a mushroom, fungal sample. Maybe like this green? Would that be a fungal sample? No, that would be tree spawn. Oh, hell, look, some lithium. I didn't know that happened. It's the big table fungus. Oh, I see, this stuff. Oh, hey, yeah, fungal sample. Nice. I assume you can't, like, grow your own versions of that. It'd be pretty cool to be able to, like, grow your own table mushroom. Clunk. Wow, that actually took damage off me. Okay, here's the bulbs. Whoa! What do we say was in the bulb zone? Bulb bush, of course. That looks like it may be a bulb bush. Oh, that's a bulb bush. Bulb bush sample. I think I'm just being attacked, but I'm just going to deal with it. Okay, now I need ghostweed and ice stalk. I've definitely seen both of them around. Ghostweed, I think I've seen bulb bushes, like, I think I have seen them down in the underground river. Oh, okay, fair enough. Ice stalks can be found near Life Pod 19. That's probably the complete opposite direction now, isn't it? Yup! It's 2.5 kilometers away. I'm gonna need to get some food. I might stop back at the base and top up on the old Nutrish. Whoops. Back up. Back up. Beep, beep. This sea moth is reversing. So is it going to turn out that I never needed to capture a an enzyme thingying peeper at all? Because I genuinely thought that part of the game was going to be that I would have to study these things. I was convinced the entire game had been like hinting at it for the whole time. And then it's like, nope, nope, no, that's just been a tease. I still reckon, with the size of stuff that you can build, that we could just repair the frickin', we could just repair the, what's it called? Like, the Aurora. I almost forgot the ship's name. It's been so long since I've had to refer to it now. Okay, before I go anywhere, let's repair this up again. Then what am I doing? The enzyme peepers will remove the infection from any organisms in your alien containment. I had barely taken on board the fact that I've barely taken on board the fact that you could actually find infected things in the wild. Okay, let's cook one. See how much more nutrition I need. Okay, let's just salt the other two. Salt the other three. Glug one of these down. Yeah, it's fine. That's not that much longer than the Cyclops, let's be honest. It's not that much longer. Don't be dramatic. Okay. Okay. Yes, now I've topped up on food. Yeah, I probably could finish this off in like an hour, 90 minutes from here, probably, couldn't I?
All systems online.
Just as well I strung the first part of the stream out for 40 minutes for no reason then. Yeah, it is a bit poor. I was really hoping that it was going to end up with a more kind of dramatic thing. I was hoping it was going to end up with you having to build some like really high-end piece of scanning equipment or something like that that the alien technology would basically that you would drift more and more into the whole, as you scan this alien technology you learn the ability to improvise from it, so you have to like recreate their equipment, and then from that you get the ability to cure yourself. Outside of the escape rocket, the largest thing you can build is a Cyclops, which is 58. You know all the details, don't you? How many meters tall is the rocket? I'm guessing you're going to be able to answer in about 20 seconds. I get the sense the Federation technology is not radically different. Really? I got the feeling... I mean, obviously you know it far better than I do. Oh, hello, look at this. I got the feeling that the Federation technology was supposed to be like 1,000 years behind or something. You know, like that we were only... Get off. That we're still only like learning to get to the point where we could ever match them for, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, I see, fair enough. So does this also mean that... Because another thing was, I was convinced that even if you never saw an alien, I was convinced that the whole thing was going to be like that the aliens were a persistent thing. You know, the aliens might have abandoned this world, but they were still very much active in the universe, and possibly even plotting humanity's downfall still, or something like that. So I was honestly kind of expecting you know, that to be the whole thing, that to be much more of a kind of like a humans are still very much the babies of the galaxy, and you can't go around thinking that you're too advanced compared to these people who are miles, you know, more advanced. True, but I mean, I guess the aliens have got jump gates and we've got these phase gates, so I guess there's a lot of comparisons, aren't there? The rifles are basically the same. Okay, fair enough. I can see the thing. Not even as of the end of... Hey, so we still have no idea what the state of the alien government is. Okay, interesting. Are they talking about making a third game? Or is it too recent after the release of the second one? Also, sorry, where am I going for this other thing? Blood Kelp Zone. I think the Blood Kelp Zone can be found sort of nearish to my base somewhere? Maybe like round in this kind of direction-ish? I actually didn't spend much time in the Blood Kelp Zone in the end. Oh, another thing I really want to try out at the end is apparently you can tame stalkers. So I want to give taming a stalker a shot for a couple of minutes, just for a laugh. This is kelp, but it's not blood kelp. Bear in mind that one of the logs you have mentions something on the order of hundreds of billions. I thought that was hundreds of billions of, like, human deaths. I thought that meant, like, us, not the aliens. Unless the implication is that the aliens also got possibly exterminated by the Kara. Oh, okay, fair enough. I must have just misremembered it then. That said, of course, I mean, hundreds of billions is always going to be used as a dramatic figure to indicate, like, high death count. But, but that could have just been, like, 0.1% of their total population, of course. Okay, I'm pretty much back to the butt base. Where was the blood kelp zone? I think there was. I'm pretty sure the blood kelp zone wasn't that far away, and I don't think it was that hard to find. So maybe if I try, like, over... No, I'm heading for the Aurora now, aren't I? I'm going to come up on the Aurora if I keep going this direction. Yep, kind of. Maybe it's this kind of direction-ish. They discovered the Kara during their explorations. A quarantine failure infected the core worlds, leading to hundreds of billions of deaths. Then they established off-world research sites to try and find a cure. Oh, I see. Is there any indication as to, like, what exactly the time frames are on this? Because, like, you've already done the kind of the Koth Genghis Khan thing. And that's not that long ago if we're, you know, we're talking about, like, the grander scheme of things, quote unquote. Clunk. So presumably this happened in, like, the last couple of 100 years or something like that? Okay, for that matter, do we know what the date is in Earth years? This, to be honest, if I go down this, I'm going to have like a million questions, because I always do. One of my questions eventually is going to be, where the frickin' heck is the blood kelp forest? Definitely found it a few times before. I'm pretty sure it's not that far from my base. Probably closer than this. Maybe I just went in the wrong direction. Maybe it was the far side. Yeah, maybe it was to the north or like northwest rather than the southeast that I've been exploring. Imagine if I died of hunger and thirst just from trying to find the blood kelp forest. Now that would be embarrassing. What kind of kelp are you? That's just regular kelp. So let's try going in this kind of direction. From in-game sources, go for it, go for it. Regular kelp. I think the blood kelp did at one point come close to bordering the blood kelp. Like a couple of 100 meters away maybe. So I'm not unhappy with finding this place. Got a bit of... no, not a bit of bulb, that's a bit of brain coral. Currently somewhere in the mid-2300s. This is the red thingy. I'm definitely not going to threaten your clunk, your speedrun, I'll tell you that much. The aliens discovered and were infected by Kra roughly 1,000 years ago, which means about 1300s, around when they stole Genghis Khan's sword. Kind of heading back to that, which isn't exactly what I wanted to do. Aye, Willinson, I am currently driving round and round in circles, looking for a particular biome. I'm trying to do things by the book. And the problem is I don't know the map at all. How you doing, senor? I've been here before already. What the heck is that? It looks freaking cool, I'll tell you that much. Membrane tree. I'm going to take a sample of this, even though it's not what I need. Have a look for Life Pod 2. I'm pretty sure I have that one. Let's turn off that. Yeah, it's fair to say I'm a mile away from that. What you been up to, senor? Gone for another hike today, maybe? Ooh, I thought I was going to navigate through that. Course not. When would I ever get away with actually piloting this thing properly? I can't believe that those frickin' fish take off 4 of your armor each time. And me driving into the ground takes off just a bit more. Just ultra busy. Shopping, gardening, been painting, lots of chores. Man, that is a lot of stuff. Made some dough for pizza tonight. Always tasty. Just taking a moment to breathe. Nice, nice. I've run around a little bit. I don't know if you remember when Kirsty made me the birthday cake a little while back, and so I promised to make her some rocky road to make up for it. So I spent a couple of hours today, like running over to her place to drop that off, then running back over to my flat to take a whole load of stuff, a whole load of like spare wood from like a piece of furniture that I junked ages ago, to the tip. So I've kind of gone all the way across the close by counties recently. Oh, nice. I mean, I got to admit, I just kind of threw something together. I'm sure your thing will be much more thought out. I wish I was better at buying presents for people. I'm generally pretty rubbish at buying presents for people. There, that looks a bit more like it. That looks like blood kelp. Hey, to be honest, making memes reality is all good. Does that look like... That looks like one of the things I need. Splat. Okay, here we go. Finally. So yeah, we are a whole lot closer to finishing the game now. Oh, nice. I'm trying to remember what their old memes were. That just literally blinked into existence in front of me, didn't it? Oi, get off me. Especially when I'm drinking a drink. I'm sure I would remember their memes if I, like, was shown them again. I'm just trying to recall them. But I'm very much looking forward to what this is. Has Kirsty talked to you about film night, by the way? Because I know I redeemed it and all. Ah, that's some gold. Interesting. Interesting. But I did kind of mention that, to be honest... Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I basically... I hope it's alright. I kind of suggested that, as you tend to organise our ones, you're probably a far better person to talk to about arranging the details for the movie night takeover. I mean, if it's a problem, that's cool. I can sort stuff out. Splat. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Thank you. Okie dokie. So, I think I can fabricate this enzyme. I think I put all the extra thing in... No, I didn't. Have I just got them all on me now? No, I don't. What am I missing? Sea crown. What did I do with the sea crown? Did I? Oh, I bet. I know I did. I put it in the sea moth's hold. Have you worked out the films you're going to suggest, by the way? Okay, that's not how you freaking... Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Thank you, game. Oh, I see. I've got too much junk. Okay, fair enough. Tell you what I'll do. I'll drink some water. I'll eat some food. And then I'll drop a couple of first aid kits in there, I guess. Exactly, exactly. Isn't it always the way? Isn't it always the way? I presume I can just make the thing in here. Nice. Am I gonna get... I'm not even gonna get a computer voice talking to me about what I've just done? I'll go and drop off the membrane tree seed, because that's taken up a ton of inventory space. Let me just take a look. I know we keep saying about these and how they're not that necessary, but how much ion cubes, gold and silver can I grab? Can I like shove in my inventory right now? Is that one? Which of these has some space for a bit of chunk of lithium? There's some silver ore here as well. That's 7. That's 7 of each. And then conveniently... Nope, not that one. And then conveniently I have enough space for 7 of them. Yeah. Exactly. No, I completely agree. I completely agree. That's exactly what we need to do. Okay. Ion battery. Ion battery. Ion battery. Ion battery. Ion battery. Fish! Fish! Now let's upgrade some stuff. Exactly. Freaking-exactly. I miss the old classic. Does this even have a battery power? Yeah, it does. I miss the old red dwarfs. I need to go back and rewatch them more often, because they're just fantastic. They just deserve to be rewatched multiple times. Let's put the stasis rifle in my inventory. Let's put the torch in my inventory and the laser cutter. Stasis rifle gets an ion battery. You get an ion battery. You get an ion battery. You get an ion battery. And now let's sort this inventory out again, because I don't want half of these things. I kind of want the scanner back, please. I want the thermoblade black back, please. I want the repair tool back, please. What else am I missing that I should have here? Habitat builder. Sea glide. Okay, that'll do. Oh, good. The fish are invading again. Okay. I think I've got a ton more silver. That's exactly what I was trying to do. I was trying to point my gun at my head. Thank you. I've got 1 silver there. I've got 4 silver in here. Any more? Yep, that's it again. I'm trying to point my gun at my head. And I've got a ton of silver here. So I mean, how many ion cubes do I have, for that matter? Because if I don't have the ion cubes... I've got one there. That's empty. I've got a few. Yeah, I've got a few. I've got enough to power stuff up for a while. So, if I come here... Go on here, mark up C-Pod 3... Nope, yeah, yeah, this is exactly what I'm trying to do. Gordon Bennett game. Yes, I believe so. Why, what were you planning? Basically, if I go straight past 3, I should be able to find my way back to the sea shelf where that gold was. There's 3, so I just keep going along here. And then at some point, there was some gold on a ledge just off here, and I'm guessing I'm probably just going to fail to find it completely now. Which would be so like me. Ah, here we go. Gold! No, actually, yeah, putting it on a Wednesday would be pretty useful. That could work out quite well for me. Because I was about to ask anyway if we could kind of rearrange the times, because you know I was saying about... The fudge are you doing? Yeah, well that frickin' showed you, didn't it? Walking in front of my drill blade. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that suits me down to the ground. I think that one's done. How much gold did I get from that? Plenty. Let's head back. Okay, nice. Going anywhere interesting? And yeah, no, that's fair enough, that's fair enough. Oh, okay, that's cool. I can only presume it is to see our mutual acquaintance there, shall we say. Naming no names. I know that they don't come on here and so on, and I've said people's names before, but, you know, I am nothing if not very erratic and, what's the word? Inconsistent. Inconsistent, that's the word I'm looking for. Say hello from me. Pass on my regards. I should really catch up with people more, but I've just never been good at it. Thank you, thank you.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, open storage, grab all the gold. Yeah, and it's why I was really upset that I never got to come. But, you know, these things happen. Let me try and balance this out. Let me try and get 10 of each. Is that going to work? That's 10 of them, and then that's 7. So let me shove 1 gold, 1 silver back and take an extra. I think that should be enough for 9 each. Yeah, the next time Josh gets married, it's cool. Is it the modification station that lets you turn these? Let me just check before I completely waste everything. Oh, I need some silicon rubber as well. That is absolutely fine, because I can do that. I've got some silicon rubber pre-made. It was just sitting there waiting for me to find something to do with it. Big Philly S. Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. But yeah, I would presume so. I mean, I think Josh was talking about having another thing. Let's just shove a whole load of these in my inventory. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, now let's create a few of these. Ion power cell! Ion power cell! Nice. I think what I'll do is unload the power cell from here, shove an ion one in. Come on here as well. Is that it there? Is it actually possible to get to that from the shore? No. That's slightly annoying, that. Oh, okay, great, yeah. Okay, yeah, well, you know what? That's fine. Let me just get out and just do it here. Then I can get right up close. I'm assuming there's only one in the sea moth. It certainly looks like it. Then the other 3 can go into something like that. So basically, in the last stream, we got pretty much the end of the game now. I should finish this off very soon. But we got some new alien technology which basically gives us ultra power battery cells. So I'm topping up our power sources with these things instead. Not that I'm going to need them for very much longer. As Pharaoh said, there's barely any point in doing it because it gives you the technology so close to the end of the game that you just don't need it anymore. Yeah, I actually would. I totally would. It's a lot more structured. I've kind of said the same thing again, so I'm going to say the same thing I've said before. It's a very creative game. It's a bit like Minecraft, only it's less powerful. You know, it doesn't give you the ability to do, like, pardon me, redstone production lines. but there's much more of a kind of a Dark Souls style story in the background. Well, kind of a mixture. It gives you some definite actual story interaction, and then there's a lot of stuff that you scan, and you don't have to read at all, but you can do to get a kind of the lore in the background that you know. And so it's totally possible to play the game and not really know what you're doing. And at the same time, it's possible to spend hours reading up on it and trying to understand it all. Yes, well, quite exactly. That's my thoughts on it as well. So you can do some really quite cool stuff, and if you want to, you can literally spend hours and hours. I mean, I spent, in addition to all the streams, at one point I spent a solid 4 or 5 hours just building out this base. So this base probably is about, like, cumulative 7 or 8 hours work, maybe more. So you totally can spend ages like doing this and making cool stuff that just looks cool. Like how I've kind of made a little personal area over here. You can like add your own screenshots on picture frames. You can go and collect your Natural Selection 2 posters and make your own little area, you know, quarters and stuff. And there's like variety of different power sources and all stuff like that. You can spend ages doing that and like building these ships and just exploring the world if you want to. It's probably only about like 3 or 4 miles in each direction, you know, so not a huge map, but it certainly has a lot to find, especially as there's a lot to explore down as well as across. But yeah, it's a good way to spend maybe like 20 or 30 hours at least, and I've spent more like 50 now. I actually would recommend this game. It's kind of cool. No, there are some things which are procedurally generated. The locations of some, I think like the individual locations of individual blocks of resources are procedurally generated, but in general the map is the same. You spawn within a few hundred meters at the start of of a designated start point. So if you learn the map, you're always going to know which direction to go to find X, Y, or Z, which is why Pharaoh has been able to be a fantastic help, pointing me in directions, because honestly I could have spent twice as long in this game if I didn't know where I was going. That's one thing I will say. You will spend, either you need to be organised, or you need to look on the internet, or you need to be up for just spending like half an hour at a time looking for each thing, because at various points in the game you're going to need various resources. And it will totally take you ages to find them. I spent half an hour earlier in this stream, maybe not half an hour, but 15 to 20 minutes trying to find one thing and failing over and over. So you may want to consider, like, because it could be a massive like time drain for a first playthrough, unless you use the internet to find items. That's fair enough. I mean, one thing I'll say, like I say, is that the story is very hands-off. So it probably is the kind of game that you could pick up and drop quite easily without it affecting you too much. Okay, before I go anywhere as well, because I now am ready to go back to... If you do want to play this, you may want to skip what I'm about to do in the next few minutes, because like I say, I'm basically about to show you the climax of the game. And that may ruin it if you've not seen any of it. Here's what I wanted. Even this is maybe showing you a little bit. Oh, iron power cells. Well, let me just take a couple back off the Cyclops then. Plasteel ingot. I may even have some of that. Crystalline sulfur kyanite. I've got 1 crystalline sulfur and 1 kyanite. 4 kyanite here. I think I've got some more. I really hope I've got... Nope. Looks like I might be straight out of luck. Okay. I need more crystalline sulfur. Whoop-dee bloomin' do. Guess I'll drop this stuff in here. I also need to go on a titanium run to make that plasteel ingot. I don't need to do this right now, I suppose. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. One thing that is quite nice is that you can build stuff like this, which will tell you where to look for stuff. So titanium I'm going to get from metal salvage. Also, if you play on the PS5, you can see if you get the same bug I get, where it keeps loading up the game and being convinced that even though you're in your base, you're underwater. So you can basically swim around your base, which just makes no sense. But I love it. I love all bugs, as you know. This game has been giving me plenty of places. I'll show you the other bug which I've quite enjoyed. I only need a few of these, but I've got a feeling I'm going to need another plasteel ingot for the last part, so I'll grab a few of them. Each of these metal salvage, for the record, is 4 titanium. But yeah, it's one of those kind of games where basically you start in the middle of nowhere, not really knowing what's going on, and with the ability to basically do only a very tiny amount of stuff. You basically just have a fabricator on your little escape pod, and only the ability to craft maybe like half a dozen things with it. And you just slowly work your way up to being able to make bigger and better things, and each time you can, then you get the ability to make more. That was a fantastic catch. How many metal salvage can I pick up today? That much. Where's the base gone? It does look a nice game though. There's a lot of very, very picturesque environments. And it's very much kind of atmospheric. Some people even say atmospheric horror. I don't think this game is harsh enough to be considered a horror game. It's a very forgiving game in a lot of respects.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
The next game is Horizon Zero Dawn. I have played it before, but I'm going to be replaying it. But yeah, let me show you the other bug that I've been really enjoying. If I come over here and just position myself just on the edge of where I can open this locker, and then I try to interact with it while I'm holding an item, the game gets a bit messed up. It's great. If you're holding like a weapon or something, you can even point it at your own head. I love this. In fairness, by the sounds of it, they've left a lot of bugs in this game. That's one of the other things I would comment on about this, really, is that it's another game that basically is early access. And it's been out since like 2015, but it still feels a bit early access. In fact, it's early access on a whole other level, because they've actually got a public Trello board. I don't know if you know about Trello boards, but they're basically... is it 2 lithium I need, or 1 lithium? Trello is basically a website for organizing projects. So you can actually just go on their website and like look at all the stuff that they still have marked that they need to fix. Yes, you're right, she did. I completely forgot about that. Oh, Fadouz. Hey, Fadouz, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for the shout out, senor. Divinity, yeah. I really need to play some Divinity. I've got it, and I've just been letting it sit there. I'm going the wrong way. I need to turn off my scanner room, or it's just going to go crazy. How you been doing? How's your playthrough going? Yeah, I've only played a little bit of it, but I already know that Divinity is a fantastic game. And everyone I speak to kind of just basically agrees on that as well. Okay, let me get some food and drink. And I don't know if Pharaoh is around, but I think I'm about to advance to the next part. So let me grab all of this. Let me stoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. But yeah, okay, so I've not quite been able to build the next stage of the booster. But I need to go back to the underground rivers for some more crystalline ore, I think. I think that's where I need to go, isn't it? But I do have some plasteel ingots as well stored up now. But yeah, let's go and hand over this enzyme stuff. No, that's cool. Don't worry. Trying to recover some progress after a Sims 4 bug. What's Sims 4 bug? Sims is one of the few games I've heard very few things about bugs in it. Divinity is great. You're getting the feeling I'm finally getting the hang of it. Nice. How long have you been playing it for? I know it's a long game. I know it's a long old game. I do feel like as well it's got a kind of a bit of a learning curve to it. Right, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Do I want to take the Cyclops back, or is it just not worth it anymore? I wonder if the simplest thing to do is... I think if I just take the Prawn Suit, maybe, and I go off in... what was it, this kind of north direction? Towards the giant cloud that can barely be seen at night time, that will mysteriously turn into an island soon. I think if I just go north, then I can just use the relay of warp gates and just do it the easy way that way. You edited a sim while they were aging up, then cancelled back out of it, and the game returned to your last hard save for some reason. Ouch. That does not sound cool. You streamed it 4 times so far, but not 4 full streams. Okay, that's fair enough. 10 hours is still decent progress. So I've only played the first, like... I think basically the tutorial area, but have you like made it out of the first main area yet? Because obviously anything you say about that afterwards would be a bit spoilerific for me, but I do know about the first area. You just saved Gareth and got in the vault on the island. I think I know where that is. Honestly, I don't really remember character names very well anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, I was playing it with Senor and a couple of other people. Oh great, I'm gonna miss, aren't I? I was playing it with Senor and a couple of other people, but sadly, we were not able to continue. So at some point, when I find the time, I will play it on my own. That's cool. That's cool. But right now I'm kind of very much absorbed in Crusader Kings 3 when I'm playing on my own. I'm like I'm totally hooked on Crusader Kings 3 right now. Okay, there was an entrance around here, wasn't there? It's not going to be the easiest thing to find at night time. There it is. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Pull me out! Pull me out! Why is the grapple gun not working again? I have so many problems with the grapple gun. Yes, I am. I figured that the quickest thing to do would just be to... There we go. I figured that the quickest thing to do would just be to get back to the network of gates. Oh, the one outside? Hang on, is it the one that I found before? Is it the one I found down here? And yeah, I completely forgot that this one turned on. I completely forgot that this one turned on. Fadouz, did you play the original Divinity? I think I do. I would be pretty embarrassed if I'd taken it out of my inventory. Neither have I, in fairness. I was going to ask how you compared them. Yes, I've got the enzymes. Anyone else who has played the two Divinities? Able to offer a comparison of the two games? Okay, I guess I need to get out of this thing. Here we go. How much am I going to regret my decision? I know I've already been told that I shouldn't need to. But still, this lady kind of made me very skeptical. 2 is a much better game than 1, really? Interesting. Just in that it's more polished? This thing kind of reminds me of like a massive... I think the way she talks and everything, I don't know why. I think maybe like the whole storyline and everything. I just kind of get like Uber Leviathan Kaminoan vibes from Star Wars. Yeah, actually a kaiju as well, that works. Hang on, are you not going to talk to me anymore? Don't make me grapple onto your face. Aww. She's nurturing. Shouldn't they be imprinting on me in the prawn suit, because I was the first thing they saw? She needs her snuggles first. Oh, now they're imprinting on me.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
So she believes in reincarnation then, interesting. I'm not quite sure that even the big, the most devout believers of reincarnation would believe that they can be reincarnated as a sea current, but sure. Also, I'm not quite sure why you need to die immediately after giving birth to your kids. That seems a bit extreme mothering to me. Oh, hang on, do I see a green glow over here? Is this ion cube? No, it's just a thing. Oh, is that an ion cube? Why do I want everything to be an ion cube right now? That is a heck of bright glow. So, okay, so I've done that. I think... let me guess, I'm still infected? Yeah. So... Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. So my guess would be that having released them in, they're going to do some kind of thing where all the life around this part also is not obvious. Okay. My guess would be that there's going to be some nonsense here about how having released these things which can create this enzyme which kind of neutralizes the disease, that they're going to do something. Oh, look. Okay, yeah. Well, that'll do. That's it. Just shove your hand in a ball of goo and you get cured. I'll take it. In fairness, I probably wouldn't have known what to do, but I was definitely expecting them to do something, and as soon as I saw them birthing these things, I would have guessed to interact with them. Okay, so it's just as well that we're back at this place, because I guess that this means we can wrap this part up now. For dudes, are you planning on playing the whole of Divinity on stream? Because I have heard it is a long game, like easily 80 to 100 hours, I think. Is it down or is it? I think it's up I want to go. Or is it down I want to go? No, no, you start on the... I can't remember. Where do I want to go? Let me try up. I cannot remember this place for the life of me. That's cool, that's cool. Have I been up here before? Ah, it doesn't look like there's anything. I mean, how much are you enjoying it, first and foremost? Is this the thing? I want to say that this is the thing. Please don't stab me this time. Oh, frickin'. Stop with the poking. Punches it in frustration. Nice. Oh, and all the lights are turning off. I've completely turned the power off, haven't I? Something is not happy. Someone is not happy at all with what I've just done. If I've just turned the power off, does that mean that these things are like no longer protected? Anyway, so now I want to get out of here, and probably the easiest way of doing that is to drop down to the bottom floor. And no, not go through that. I want to go through the opposite side. Exactly. Despite the rage you sometimes... What is it that makes you rage about Divinity? I don't remember... actually, I remember the combat being relatively complicated. Complicated as in not just learning all the moves, but like in terms of mastering it, and you know, some of the fights were definitely quite hard. So unless you mean the combat, I can understand that. But yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't realise that you would have been raging at it. Okay, so the gun is now turned off, so presumably my only goal now is to build the rest of the rocket and leave. In which case, I'm going to turn off this. Have I got... I still have underwater 2, right? Yeah, where is underwater river, whatever? That thing too. Electric Boogaloo. Over there, okay. So let's go over there in the Prawn Suit. See if we can grab some of this crystalline ore. Unless there's a better place to unless there's a better place to grab crystalline ore, but I think this is the only place I know of. In combat, I sometimes click on a skill, but the game still is convinced I want to walk up to an enemy and slap them. Nice. Yeah, in fairness, I hate it when games do that. I've had problems with those kind of things before. Copper ore. Crystalline sulfur, yes. That's the one. Oh, is it the Lost River? Why do I keep calling it the Underwater River? I got a feeling I'm not the only person to have said Underwater River. Part of me thinks that Ruby is actually quite needed. Also, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm going after these things when I clearly don't need them anymore. Go away, I'm not having you dealing with me. You get in the way. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is, but then everything is underwater in this. So shouldn't it be like the Underwater Degassi Base 1 and the Underwater Sea Emperor and the Underwater Blood Kelp Zone? That'd be silly. Don't be silly. You got a point. It's got, you know, it's a point though, isn't it? Everything is underwater in this game. I was quite surprised to find that Below Zero apparently has quite a lot of overwater stuff. It seems kind of antithetical. I've built the first stage. And I've built most of the I've got most of the items for the second stage. I just need some crystalline sulfur. I've got no idea how much of it I'm going to need. So I'm just hoping that I find a whole load of it around here. Actually, crystalline sulfur, is that the stuff that you find under here? Like in 1s and 2s? As opposed to the... Are there actually any lumps of it I can drill to get the big payouts? There are no large deposits. Okay, so let me just try looking in here. That's quartz. Hang on, do I need to remove my... Do I need to remove my grapple arm? Great. Wonderful. I need to remove my grapple arm so I can actually pick it up, don't I? Where is it? Where's the, there's the upgrades. Why not remove the drill arm? I suppose I could remove the drill arm. I've never found the grappling arm that useful, is the answer. I know people rave about it, but I've just never found it personally useful. Nope, 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 nope. And I much prefer the possibility of still being able to drill things. I'm presuming that went in my inventory, because I didn't see a message saying it had. Is it all underwater, or is there any above ground that can be found at all? I know, Pharaoh, I know! I just don't get on with it. It's kind of annoying how your like whole head has to be above the level of the river. How much of this do I need for the record? Do. I think I've already got one. I'm probably going to end up needing like another 4 at least for the 3rd stage. So I'll try and grab a whole lot extra if I can. I killed the Leviathan in here, didn't I? So I shouldn't have to fear anything in here. Or was it somewhere else I killed a Leviathan? You have infinite O2 while you're in a vehicle. Or in a base, obviously. But as soon as I step out of here... oh snap, I'm dying. I completely forgot that there was a reason I was using the prawn. Apparently until your entire prawn comes out of there, you're not healed. But anyway, that was stupid of me. Please don't swim in acid rivers. But yeah, basically, I have limited oxygen supply if I exit the vehicle. Although, by now, I've got like 4 minutes of oxygen. It's kind of interesting, actually, though, in fairness. Nicolor, I did... See, this is why I considered getting the drill arm. I mean, leaving the drill arm on. I think apparently it's quite intelligent. Like, the further you go down, the deeper, you know, the larger the crush depth, the more oxygen you use and stuff like that as well. Yes, also while the vehicle has power. Thankfully, I shoved on a couple of ion power cells on this thing. So, I should be okay on that one. Okay, here's a question for people. You know how a couple of streams ago I talked about, like, can I be really cheap and... can I be really cheap and... Where is this going? Okay. And put in like a used power cell into the Cyclops or something like that when you first build it, or into a tool, and get full power. You know, does the game track that stuff? Here's a question. I've got to put 2 ion power cells into the fuel rocket that I've got to build. Can I put in depleted power cells into that, and it'll not notice and give me a full working thing? Or am I going to give myself a rocket that can't take off? There's actually nitrogen narcosis mechanism in the game, but I think you have to actively developer option. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So there's a whole load more up here before I go down another level. So let me properly explore around here. There's one. Take that, crystalline sulfur. How much have I got? I think I'm on like 5. 4.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. It looked at me funny. I think I must have explored all of this section now then. So I guess I'll go, unless there's any just outside the water, I guess I'll go back down the waterfall to the next stage. I don't need a big dump of titanium right now, I've got ways of getting that otherwise. Take that, Ruby! I'm just assuming that this ruby is going to come in useful at some point. I've got no idea if it will. There's a fantastic version of the Friends Joey learning French meme where it goes, pick up titanium, pick up titanium, pick up titanium, punch the seabed. Actually, I don't know that meme very well, actually. I need to take that one up. Also, Civi, thank you for hanging around. I appreciate it. But wherever you're heading off, have a good day. I hope to catch you again. I hope I don't get too lost. Okay, tell you what, because I'm going off... I don't know, the heck was that? Get off! Get off! Frickin' teach you to frickin'... am I gonna need more crystalline sulfur? Just someone tell me, am I going to need more crystalline sulfur for the next phase? Because if I'm not going to muck around here for ages trying to find more. There's more than one ghost leviathan in this river. I've got 4 here, and I think I maybe had 1 or 2 back. So to be honest, once I make this next stage, I'm going to have virtually none left. Let's be honest with that. I'm going to have virtually none left. Should be enough. Oh, okay, because, like I say, because I need 4 just for the second stage. And I've barely got that. But I definitely have enough for the second stage. I don't know, if I head back, I'll try and see if I can find any more places I didn't explore the first time, just in case. Second stage is fuel reserves, yeah, but do I need any more crystalline sulfur for the third stage? Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. I thought I saw a massive ruby there. I think I just saw this, whatever that thing is. For some reason I have the urge to pick this lithium up, so hang on, where am I going? I'm getting turned around. There I'm going. Don't think it's needed for the third stage. Perfect. Perfect. I'm guessing I'm going to need a ton of plasteel ingots. So I probably should have mined that titanium. If I see another, like, titanium... Oh, there's a titanium. How very convenient. Let me just... Nope. Get off. Let me just move all of this stuff into my inventory. Now grab all this titanium. I'm gonna guess that the next stage needs at least like 2 plasteel ingots. fucking use the drill arm on you if you don't watch out. Okay, fine, you asked for it. Come here, come here. Where are you? Yeah, freaking didn't like that, did you? It'd be great if, like, if you use the drill arm on the those creatures and like you've got like chunk of creature in your inventory or something like that. Why I always hurt the fishes? Why they try and hurt me? Look, I'm now to 76 armor on this thing. All I'm trying to do is like exploit their natural resources. Like some kind of 24th century colonist. And they have to attack me back for it. Oh, sorry, it's because they're hungry. Sorry, I forgot the universal rule that if someone else is hungry, you should just offer yourself up as a sacrifice to them. You try having fish and suddenly get punched by an idiot in a mecha. I mean, it's kind of, it'll teach him for, you know, what for trying to attack my prawn suit. I know it's got the word prawn in, but prawn suit is not food. In fairness, I never meant to target that boomerang. That boomerang just swam across the front of my blades. That was an entirely unintended incident. Excuse me, sorry. I don't know why I paused the game for that. I meant to mute my microphone, but me being the idiot that I am. Thank you, Pharaoh. Okay, I tell you what, I could put the extension back on my grapple arm back on my prawn suit now. Maybe in a minute once I've got past these doofuses. Kinda wish I hadn't mined that gold, because I just seen they are a titanium deposit. Let's land on him. Ah, missed him. Come on, come on, you can run on the surface of this thing. Come on. Nope, it's not having any of it. Okay, fair enough. What I definitely can do is land on these things. Oh yeah. Nature's parkour platforms. Oh snap! You can fall through their tentacles. Yeah, this is like underwater extremely slow parkour. It's like, get home without touching the floor again. I tell you, this will be an Olympic sport by 2400. If they can have skateboarding in the Olympics, they can have this. Come on, I can make it. I can make it. Oh yeah. I watched a bit of the skateboarding. I have to admit, I watched the first type that was done, where they did like the 2 runs, and then they just kind of went around the area, and then they had 5 attempts at a trick. And I got to admit, I didn't really get into it much. I get that these sports are kind of hard and they're going for specific things and all, but they seem to fail an awful lot of times. And also, not quite, there we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And also, like, it just kind of felt very slow-paced and all. It's like, I'm not denying that what they're doing isn't really clever, but it felt like, to someone who doesn't know what they're doing, it felt like not nearly as impressive as a lot of things. But then again, one of the things I've been thinking about a lot about the Olympics recently... Yeah, no, granted, Pharaoh. One of the things I've been thinking a lot about recently, with all the new sports and so on, is like what it should mean to be an Olympic sport. Because some of the stuff that they've been adding recently has been... It's been fun, it's been interesting. It's definitely... I'm not arguing it's not sport, but it feels like... It just feels kind of like it's... There are some things which deserve to be at the Olympics. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, thank you, yes. And it just feels like there are some things which are just not that relevant to it. Well, not relevant to it, that's the wrong way of saying it. But it feels like there are some things which are just kind of like not that Olympic. I tend to not like when sports rely on humans grading performances and not more objective measures, but I have no solution to the issue, given that gymnastics definitely deserves a place in the Olympics. I tend to think back to like when the Olympics was formed, when it was first, you know, when the Olympics was founded, like 100 and something years ago. And if you think about it, all the male sports, at least, less so the female, but okay. So first of all, I guess you've got to accept the fact that it was a lot more kind of gender segregated then, and that's not the way it should be, and so on. But it feels like Olympic sports were really meant to be a celebration of like power and athleticism. And while sports involving style are definitely interesting, I'm not sure personally that they're kind of what the Olympics was supposed to be all about, especially if you think back to like ancient Greece. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to be really cheap and just nick 2 of these power cells out of here. I can't be bothered to make new ones. I might make some to replace them at some point. It's like even thinking about like the football. I was involved in a discussion on Reddit a couple of weeks ago, talking about football at the Olympics and saying, actually, you know what? Football's not really that suited to the Olympics. And it particularly so as well, because like, unlike other sports, well, like virtually every sport, the Olympics is like the peak of what you can achieve. If you got to the Olympics, then it's like it's the epitome of your career. But especially that's what football was, what started it off. Because in football, it's like making it to the Olympics is like, oh well, that was a bit of an annoying distraction from the stuff I've been trying to do for the rest of my season. And so it got me thinking about like what sports are actually properly Olympic. And I kind of feel like the Olympics really is more about like strength and prowess. So when I see stuff like skateboarding and stuff like that, I don't know, I just get the feeling like it's good and all, but is it exactly, is it what, I don't know. I do just like having a lot of swimming modes, for example. Medals for fastest swimming, great, but then fastest while swimming inefficiently. I can kind of see that. Okay, we can enter already, can we? Interesting. There's no ceiling, so if I blast off right now, I'm going to be fried to a crisp. Oh, okay, I can throw switches and everything. I'll leave this until I'm actually ready for it, I think. I wonder if you can actually activate it. Oh, it's got storage. Do I need this storage? I guess I could just shove like a load of fish on it. Take off. Okay. Okay, you've tempted me. I'm going to throw a hard save here. I'm going to throw a hard save here because I don't want to go too far.
Auxiliary power unit online. Communications systems array active. Pressurizing hydraulics.
Okay, now... take off! Blast off! Come on! I'm trying really hard! It's not going! I'm guessing the fact that there's like an empty wall here. Oh, actually there's a couple of empty walls together in different places. There's going to have to be something more here, right? When I finished my first playthrough, I filled the storage with food, water, and examples of alien technology. Roleplay, exactly. Okay, so what else do I need to make the last stage? Ooh, hello. Well, okay. Plastic lingot, I already have one of them. Enameled glass, I think I can make that very easily. Computer chip. What is involved in a computer chip? And the Cyclops shield generator, which I'm probably just going to scavenge from the Cyclops. Let's be honest. I think I can do this. I've got some spare gold. I just harvested some on the way back. I might even try and make a new Cyclops shield generator. Just for the heck of it. Enameled glass. Do I actually have some left? Where's my base gone? Oh, it's there. If there's gold in this world, I would fill it with gold. There is gold. I like gold. I should probably grab some more food. I will fill my hold with Reginalds. The world deserves to see what a tasty food stores they are. Hey, Fadoos. You'll be even better placed to do the gold thing. I'm Dutch, ain't that weird? Man, I haven't seen... Actually, I did rewatch one of the Austin Powers is a few weeks ago, just for nostalgia's sake. The first half an hour, I've got to admit, were pretty cringy in retrospect. But I got into it after half an hour. Okay, so what was I doing? I have plastic lingots. Let me dump some more of the junk that I'm never going to need again. Like, for instance, the spare titanium, now that I know I don't need it. Okay, computer... Okay, so I need 1 gold. Which I'm going to grab from the prawn suit. I've just had a wonderful idea. Go on, gold. Can I?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Can I take the prawn suit with me? I mean, I know I'm not supposed to. It's not a question of whether you're supposed to take the prawn suit with you. But can I take the prawn suit with me? Like, if I come... Urgh. If I come over here... I think a lot of Austin Powers was cringe, even back in the day. Yeah, I guess what exactly is termed as cringe has changed a lot recently anyway. But yeah, I guess it was kind of. Okay, so Prawn Suit, right? This would be a lot easier if it was during the daytime, but whatever. We already know that we can get the Prawn Suit on here. And we know we can jump in the lift with it. Okay, it's daytime again, good. You say that, Pharaoh, but have you tried? Have you really genuinely tried? If I balance the Prawn Suit on this ledge... Oh! I can do it! I can break these cuffs! Hang on. Oh, Gordon Bennett. So I just realised I started quoting memes that no one else knows again, didn't I? Have I still got the... I think I might have thrown the drill arm into the Prawn Suit's... into the Prawn Suit's storage? Is that where the drill arm is? I love the way it's just like sat there cross-legged. Yes, there's the Prawn Suit grappling arm. How am I going to do this? I'll bring the Prawn Suit over here. Then if I can navigate around it, I should be able to access the upgrades. Put the That was not what I was trying to do. How is that something that size? How is something that size just sitting in my pocket anyway? Okay, access the upgrades. Put this actually on this time. Now get back on the Prawn Suit, in the prawn. Now we come back over here. Carefully balance it on... Don't want to go too far. Ooh, that almost worked for a second. I got proper lift there. Hang on, I've got to replenish the fuel in the jump cell. The jump, whatever it is. It's going a little bit mad, I've got to admit. Come on, I can do this. Ooh, I almost fell off. I had it balanced and then I just got nervous. Not quite where I wanted to be, but I think I can salvage it. No, it's getting worse. It's definitely getting worse. Okay, how about I just leave the Prawn Suit grappling on the side of the rocket. That'll do. Whoa! No, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up yet. I can still do this. Okay, another attempt. One more attempt. One more attempt, and then I'm giving up. There's got to be a way. I'm determined to find a way. It's probably got like an invisible wall to stop you from doing this. But I really want to find a way. You might have to give up if you want to finish the game today. That is true. I need to do it another... Isn't all I've got to do just, like, grab a couple more materials? Isn't that basically it? I'm like 5 minutes from the end. I swear, I don't swear, but I still feel like it's doable. It's like, you can get some movement. You can really get some movement if you try. I mean, I tell you what, I could just park it on the booster. I mean, that probably wouldn't work, because I don't think I would get to see it. Me? Spend super long on something completely pointless? Never. I got so close, I kind of want to know. I kind of feel like there's a way. I've just got to work out what it is. Would it be possible to, like, stack something on here so I could get higher? You could also finish the rocket and balance it on the nose. The problem seems to be that once I'm out of the water, I don't get that much lift with the boosters. So what I need to do is basically just jump up the rocket in small stages. Oh, almost. That almost worked. Actually, I tell you what. I'm getting the impression, based on how I'm grappling right now, I'm getting the impression that there's like an invisible wall well above the rocket. Like maybe where the third that's not quite where I wanted to point it. Maybe like where the third stage would be. So can I like point up here? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just got a very large hitbox. You could I find myself wondering, can I use the grappling gun to pull the sea moth out of the water? And like balance the sea moth on this here, and then put the prawn suit on the sea moth. I mean, I probably can't, but I've got to know. For science, you know? Oh, hang on. Can I land on that tiny little outcrop? Can I land on that little, like, thing there? I know it's tiny, but... it feels like you can kind of land on that little bit there. And that would make it a lot easier to jump up. I'd really like to be able to swing my way back up, but I think I may need to use the lift again. Yeah, I don't think I can either, but... it was worth a shot. Okay, one final attempt. I'm going to see if I can land on that little tiny, like, little nozzle thing. And then after that, I'm giving up. Come on, I can do this. Channel the positive energy. Come on. We got this. Okay. First of all, get on this balcony. Come on, I got this. Nah, I don't think I can. I don't think I got this. Actually, tell you what, I kind of do. My hands are off the control. I have actually landed on this thing. Okay, next step. Come on. Come on, let me in. Let me in! What if you get out now? I was wondering about that. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. That's secure, right? I love the way that it just looks like it's like grappling on. You know, like it looks like it's like bound itself to the side. I'm gonna go and check this out from close up. Now I've got to get the sea moth on here. Yeah, it literally does look like it's just like dug itself in. Sure, okay. The prawn suit's coming with us. I'm going to start the next game with a prawn suit already made. Oh, that is perfect. Now I just need to make another prawn suit and put it on that one. To balance out the load, you know. Balancing load is important in physics, I think. You better not be breaking my submarine again. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Better not break my submarine. I take it you saw, Pharaoh. I take it you saw my progress. Oh, I'm so pleased with myself. Okay, water, food. Okay, what was it I needed? Because I'm so close now. Enameled glass. Enameled glass I might already even have. That's exactly what I was trying to do, yes. Fine, it's fine. I've got one glass, and I think I've got a stalker tooth. I've still got one stalker tooth. So the enameled glass I can make for myself right now. Then I need 2 copper to make a copper wire, and I need... That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I need a gold, which I can get from the prawn suit. Did I already take gold? I've already got some gold. And I think I need 2 silver to make a wiring kit. No, I need 2 table copper. That thing. Conveniently, I have 2 left. Okay, so I should be able. Frickin' bars. Frickin' bars. Okay, copper wire. Computer chip. We're going to space, boys! We're going to space! And what would be involved in making another Cyclops shield generator? That's not that hard. That's doable. Advanced wiring kit. I can do this. Advanced wiring kit, I believe, is a wiring kit. Okay, 2 silver. I need 1 more silver, 2 gold, and another computer chip. I need 2 more table copper. Blah 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 blah. I do have 1 in the Cyclops, but I kind of also want to like leave the Cyclops whole for when the shuttle inevitably fails, and I find myself stranded back on this planet after all. Oh wait, you know where the gold is, right? The gold is kind of clinging to the side of the Neptune rocket right now. Okay, we're taking the Cyclops shield generator for out in the Cyclops.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Oh, it's over here, isn't it? Yoink! Well, at least I know I'm going to have some spare gold lying around. Yet we were talking about loading up the rocket with gold. I just loaded up the outside of the rocket with gold. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? Oh boy, this is going to go well. Just in case the game does have some kind of process to recognize whether you happen to have a prawn suit clinging onto the side of your rocket, I'm going to do a hard save. But actually, first of all, what I'm going to do is go and sleep a night, because I want this to be done in the glory of daytime. The nights are too dark outside of the water. Whee! I'm using my steering wheel. I'm going to go and sleep the night off, because I want to do. We're going to blast off into space on a fresh stomach after a full night's sleep. The night is indeed dark and full of terrors. Apparently, I didn't lose any hunger or thirst during that sleep. Goodbye, my friends. What would I have called these guys? Blinky. What are the 4 ghosts in Tetris called? Rambler. Fair enough. Fair enough. I knew I put that in there for a reason. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Pharaoh. Okay, I'm going to drop a hard save. Another hard save. Just in case. And then I'm going to run over here. And watch it being built again. Around the, around... I still can't believe I got that on there. I'm so pleased with myself. Whoa! The sound got all dramatic there. Okay, I'm so glad that Prawn Suit is coming with us. I'm so glad the Prawn Suit is coming with us. I actually don't know how I would get that back off again if I needed to recover it. I think I'll just have to do a death or glory leap at the Prawn Suit. Okay, it's remembered that all of these things are turned on. I guess it's leaving you free walls in case you like wanted to decorate this place as well. But yeah, apparently guys, we are going to space. You see, wouldn't this place look so much better if there'd been like a prawn suit like standing on the glass top here? Yeah, bye-bye Buttmobile. Oh, no, in fairness, the Buttmobile is what's clinging onto the side. Bye-bye something like... Bye-bye Tarky McTark Fa. Bye-bye Butt Base. We're leaving the Butt Base behind. Oh, hang on. Time cap... Wait, there's a time capsule thing. What's the time capsule? Okay, guys, you know what the image has to be, right? Oh, also, what's this? Hang on, I've got a primary CPU. You know what this picture has to be? No, that wasn't it. Not quite. Or do I need a more, like, panoramic shot? Let's get the aurora in the background as well. There. There we are. That's the shot that's going in the time capsule. Other people can find it and receive the message. Okay, okay. Put useless items in the... Oh, can you actually put... Oh, you can put items in the time capsule. Oh, hang on. Oh, it'll randomly appear in someone else's game. Right, okay. What items could we put in there for them? Oh, I didn't... people had mentioned time capsules before, but I completely forgot about it, honestly. Just stop kicking me out. People spent points on this. Are you suggesting that someone won't be happy with what I'm leaving them? How can you actually find them? Exactly, Rambler. Exactly. How do you find these time capsules? Okay, what absolute trash have we got in here? I could leave them... Okay, we're taking an empty fire extinguisher. A flare? Is that too useful? What have I got that is just utterly pointless? Okay, they're definitely getting a lump of titanium. An empty battery? Yeah, I could do an empty battery. That would be slightly more on the useful side, in fairness. Do I have an empty battery? Okay, I'll give them a battery with 35% charge. Should I give them some uranium so they just like immediately die of radiation poisoning? Okay. What else have I got in here? Oh, 1 quartz. Definitely some quartz. I ended up... Oh, no. Even better. Even better. They can have some salt. I don't ever have enough salt. They must be wondering how they can get some more salt. Ooh, yeah. No, I've got an even better. Let's give them... Okay, they're gonna have... Let's clear out the stuff I don't need here. I'm not giving them the copper. I'm not giving them the silver. I'm not giving them the lithium. I'm not giving them the power cell. I'm not giving them the ruby. So they are going to get... let's put the quartz back as well. Because the salt is a much better prize. The salt, some titanium, some uranium, a mostly empty battery, a fire extinguisher, and then... Where? Yeah, what was it? The a rotten small marble melon. I think we got this nailed. Don't do the mission. Oh, do I have a sample flask? Yeah, I can give them a sample flask. That's 1 slot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Granted. You're right. You're right, don't give them the rotten marble melon, because they can plant that. I'll give them a sample flask instead. A nice reference back to Dark Souls, I see, Rambler. Excuse me, before I... Oh yeah, before I leave... It's not really possible to make extra hard saves in this game, is it? Obviously, I'm not giving them this in the time capsule. But I believe there is a trophy for this. So... And I want to see if I can get all the trophies today. I believe you have to release a cuttlefish into the wild after growing it from an egg. So that's another trophy. I think it supposedly follows me around now. Eat it. No! No! I can't do it. Okay. I think there's a say goodbye interaction, is there? What are the interactions? Oh, right, yeah, you can. You can play with them. Oh, he looks so sad. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, fair enough, you're coming with me now. Oh no, I can't! I can't pick him up again! I assume that say goodbye interaction only appears once you've built the craft. Like if you released him right early in the game, you don't have that option. Okay, what was going in our time capsule? They were getting salt, titanium, uranium, battery, an empty fire extinguisher, and a small sample flask. Hang on, I'm not ready for that. The image is going to be that. Yep. And the message is going to be... Let's hope I get some proper thing on this. I'm so... No. It's going to be... This... Obviously, I'm going to tell them about this. This took far too long, but I couldn't leave. Please let this be a proper amount of space without the Prawn Suit. Anyway, whoops. Here's some junk. Enjoy. There we are. I think I'm happy with that. Now, how do I launch this thing? Oi, get off. Do I just press R2 again? How do I launch it? Get off, get off, get off, get off, off.
Time capsule ready.
How do I launch it? It happens during launch, okay.
Primary computer systems active.
Hang on, it's all nighttime. Actually, nighttime would be cool. That's a pretty cool view. Yep, all these buttons. I haven't bothered to turn on half of the life support systems, so let's just hope I don't need them.
Systems are go for lift off.
Get myself a proper drink and a bite to eat, and then I think we might be ready. Are we actually ready to leave this game behind? I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. I've enjoyed my my time on 4546B too much. But yeah, I think it's time. Leave only time capsules. What? You know, if you're forgetting about the base and the Cyclops and the Sea Moth. Oh, please let the. There's the platinum. I got the platinum.
10, 9, 8.
Oh, not Minox. Minox are attaching themselves.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Please let it show a shot of the exterior, and please let there be a prawn suit on it.
Time capsule jettisoned.
Prawn suit attached. Does it always switch to daytime? Because it was pretty suspicious. Oh great, we're going into an asteroid belt. We're going to crash again, aren't we?
Orbital debris field.
Oh! This is going wrong. This is going wrong.
Orbital debris field clear. Performing gravity turn maneuver.
It's so beautiful.
Confirm destination.
Has anyone calculated how big this planet is?
Nearest interstellar phase gate. Engaging ion boosters in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there's actually a proper polar pole. There's a second game, but I figured that took place on a different game. On a different game? What am I talking about? I figured that took place on a different planet. Oh, okay, well...
What is a wave without the ocean?
What is a game without a finale?
End. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
I have taken over your body. Enjoy being my host. Yeah, something like that, Rambler. We've been seeing her for a few occasions. But that is the game. That is actually the game. I don't know. I would love there to be an after credits scene. Is there? Can anyone confirm? Is there an after credits? There's a very brief bit. Okay, I will let this play out then. But yeah, I'm really glad I played through that. That was a really cool game. I am definitely going to play Below Zero at some point. I'm not immediately planning to stream it, although I would very much be up for it. Maybe if someone redeems me to stream it, I would. Obviously, my next game I'm going to move on to is Horizon Zero Dawn. But yeah, I've really enjoyed playing through this. Thank you guys for bearing with, especially Ferro. Thank you for pretty much dragging me through the entire game. Oh, there's a Ramble Mo, a bit like Rambler. Ah yes, the old production babies. But yeah, another game ticked off. Still saving up for the game suggest. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I like to have... I do like to do game series, and I'm quite happy to play several games in a row, but usually...
Will be granted once you have
oh, hang on, what's this?
your outstanding balance of 1 trillion credits.
Sorry, I pretty should have shut up there. What was it? Something about a trillion credits. Someone catch me up on what I didn't just see. You're in debt. Okay. Oh, is it a bit like the Red Dwarf ending? No, not ending. The Red Dwarf beginning, where they end up getting chased by the tax service 3 million years in the future. Welcome back to Altera HQ. You'll be granted documentation once you pay your obtaining balance of 1 trillion credits. Nice. I'm just loading back in because there's one thing I want to try. There's something I want to try that I saw apparently you can do. It works on the PC version. It probably doesn't work in this version. But we'll see. But yeah, sorry, Pharaoh, you were going to talk a bit about the story and everything. I think it needs the propulsion. Is it the propulsion? Okay, yeah, cool. It needs this. And it needs the Tarki McTarkfa. What you gotta do is take this thing to the surface. What's my takeaway of the story? I am very well known for reading too much into things. I'll just say that as a start. But my takeaway of the story is basically, let me just try and get my head around this while I do this. It seems like essentially, so sometime in the past, is it just R2 to come here? Yeah. Pew. It seems like basically there's this precursor race which has existed for thousands of years. Possibly has planted life on the galaxy, but I'm probably just assuming that because too many other games and things have done that. And so, you know, so there's this precursor race which has been here before. Humanity kind of develops without knowing that they exist. You find so skip forward a few hundred years. Humans have got to the point where corporations basically are the new governments. You're on board a ship trying to go to the edge of space to build a new phase gate. And I was convinced that the ship had been shot down for a long time, but I saw no further evidence of that. So I'm guessing that basically you just suffer an unfortunate accident, and so you crash on this planet, and yeah, you find that these aliens have caught basically space coronavirus, which has essentially killed them all off, and they've been searching around for a cure for ages, and the one thing that they ever found which was effective in any way was this enzyme 42. You did. It was a very brief bit of text. Not text, voice dialogue. It wasn't an actual scene. It's actually what Pharaoh put in the chat a minute ago. The welcome back to Altera HQ. So if you just read Pharaoh's message, you'll get what it was. So basically, yeah, and it seems like yeah. So they found that this enzyme 42 existed, and they tried various things. It seems like they clearly worked out that these Sea Emperors are linked to the creation of it. That the Sea Emperors, it sounds like something to do with the Sea Emperors can generate it, create it inside them. But they tried basically to kill all the Sea Emperors and cut them up, a bit like humans probably would do. Whereas actually, that actually you can communicate with the Sea Emperors. I'm not quite sure if there's more to that. The other thing is that I remember there being things about if you have this plague, you start to kind of change, and I believe that there was indications that the alien race had 4 eyes, and there was a lot of references to a lot of the fish having These 4 eyes. So I still feel like there's something to do with maybe like... I still feel like there's maybe something to do with like that a lot of the aliens have like been turned into fish now or something. But I'm not really sure. So this is what I saw apparently you can do in the PC version. There's apparently if you can stand yourself right on top of the sea moth. Then you can ride it. And you can fly on it. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. The version I saw on the PC looked like you could very easily stand on it. This doesn't seem to be working at all, so I'm gonna say it doesn't really work. Hey JDM, unfortunately you've caught us right at the very end. But yeah, is there anything else that I've missed, or your takeaway was that the Sea Emperors are telepathic, but the aliens aren't. They were trying to synthesize Enzyme 42, but needed young Sea Emperors to obtain samples from them. Without being telepathic, the Sea Emperor couldn't communicate with the aliens, and so they couldn't learn how to artificially hatch eggs. So you think basically what? That, and this is all indicating that humans are telepathic. How you doing, JDM? Good to see you again. You've just missed the end of the game. We have actually beaten it now. Although I'm loading in again because I'm trying to mess around with a couple of things. Oh snap, it might be working. I think it's working. Yes! Excuse me, excuse me. I can't believe it, it's actually working. It's very, very slow. The Sea Emperor explicitly says it couldn't communicate with the aliens. Okay. This is killing the power. No! No! I got so close! Yes, it'll do! It'll do! It'll actually do! You know, you do appreciate what we have to do now, right, guys? You know what we have to do. There's no two ways about it. We have to try and build the next thing and see if the Seamoth comes with us. What was involved again now? 1 second, I really need to clear my nasal passages. I really don't know why streamer hay fever affects me every single stream. Oh snap, I can actually build it right now. I've got all the ingredients I need. Okay, well it sounds like you're going to get to see the end of the game again, JDM. The aliens were telepathic. There is some law that confirms that. I don't know this well enough to know. Oh, my hay fever lasts forever. My hay fever is the kind that goes for like 5 or 6 months. It starts in about May and runs till like October time. It just never ends. And for some reason, I'm usually fine, but whenever I stream, it just gets really bad. It's there! It's there! Yes! It's there! It's possible it's going to be sticking through the floor. Come on. It's right, you can see it right there. Posh excitement. Cheers. Oh, I'm so happy with myself. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that that was it on fire last time? Is it actually catching fire now? I don't know, maybe. I'm disappointed that I couldn't make it like stick into the cockpit. I think it might be kind of slightly burning to death. But yeah. Let's do it again, just for the heck of it.
Systems active.
Let's do it again, just for the heck of it. I'm not going to prepare another time capsule this time. This time we're taking the Seamoth. Yeah, I'll do it again.
Systems online.
Senor, if you wanted to see this, I'll play it again and then I'll get to see the end thing again. But, yeah, this time I get to bring the Seamoth and the Prawn Suit with me.
Command, Captain. Launch in 10, 9, 8.
Oh, that's just a, what is it, Frankus face emote?
5,
Or is it one of the other ones?
2, 1.
But yeah, this is the very end of the game.
Time capsule jettison.
Oh, is it? Oh, so it is. So it is.
Caution. Approaching orbital debris field. Orbital debris.
You're about to find out, JDM. You're about to find out.
Performing gravity turn maneuver. Confirm destination coordinates. Nearest interstellar phase gate. Engaging ion boosters in 3, 2, 1.
That's a pretty small pole, which I guess makes sense. It's a pretty small area. Whee! Indeed. Anyway, how you doing, JDM? What are you up to?
What is a wave without the ocean? A beginning without an end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars.
Nice. What have you been playing recently?
And I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
Also, obviously, JDM, you probably won't get that last bit at all, but that's been part of the game. We're just on Fortnite. I have never played Fortnite, I don't think. I think I've kind of got past the point of playing those kind of multiplayer FPS these days. But Fortnite does look like a cool game. If I was like 10, 15 years younger, I definitely would be into it. I was definitely more of a CS person. CS 1.6 or CS Source. Yeah, I used to be all for like the fast-paced FPS stuff. As I've got older, I've definitely become much more of a slow-paced RPG type. That's not to say I wouldn't like a slow-paced RPG before. It is kind of slightly trance music, isn't it? Yeah, this bit wasn't too long. I think we're like 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the credits. So yeah, basically, Senor, in very shortly, there's just going to be a voiceover that starts, and that is the post credits. In fact, it's going to be right now, so I'll shut up.
Welcome home to Alterra. Permission to land will be granted once you have settled your outstanding balance of 1 trillion credits.
Forbidden West just got delayed. I saw a lot of rumours because there was a few 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was like an industry insider who was saying, "Oh yeah, don't expect this to come out anytime soon." And so yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping originally to be doing Horizon Zero Dawn 1 and 2 in a row, so that basically I just ran on immediately. But I'm not entirely surprised. It was never going to happen. And Horizon's been redeemed by Remember Me, so I'm totally going to do it now. But yeah. Yeah, I'm disappointed as well, but hey, at least Arctic, I don't know if you caught, I'm going to be playing Horizon next. So starting from tomorrow, I'm going to be replaying Horizon 1. I don't know if that's going to make it up in any small way at all. And that's going to take me a while, because it's a relatively long game. Probably about 50, 60 hours for me. Dark Tide. What's Dark Tide? I don't recognise the name Dark Tide. I've played it once before, like 3 or 4 years ago. I am going to remember most of the plot. But actually, I'm kind of cool with it, because the thing is, you know how, like, if you watch a film with, like, a twist ending or, like, a reveal, and then you go back and watch it again, you start to see all the clues and the stuff? I'm kind of looking forward to playing the game again and, like, knowing what's coming and seeing how everything plot links together. Dark Tide is the 40k FPS. Oh, okay, right. That's fair enough. I'd kind of like to play that, actually. I remember there were rumors of like a 40k FPS like back in 2010 or something like that, weren't there? Or maybe even before that, maybe more like 2005, that never really came out. And I kind of wanted to play a 40k FPS from then. There's a few of them. Oh, okay, I thought they never came out. Yes, Lord of Spaghetti. Hello, I have played Alien Isolation. In fact, I have played it through twice. I've played it through twice on stream. Once on whatever the hard mode is, it might just be called hard. And once I actually did a nightmare. Oop, that was me knocking my microphone out of the way. I actually did a nightmare mode run at Christmas. I've played it about 5 times through now, so I can beat the game even on Nightmare in about 10 hours. Yeah, I love it. It's honestly, Alien Isolation is one of my favourite games. It's definitely my favourite kind of horror atmospheric, that kind of game. And it's easily up there in my best games ever. You spent 185 hours, 100% AC Valhalla. You need a new game. Have you? What about the other ACs that came out recently, JDM? Have you played them? What about Odyssey and Origins? They're supposed to be quite good as well. Have you? I think I heard that they're supposed to be working on an Alien Isolation 2 at the moment. Odyssey is ass. Origins you've completed. Fair enough. Fair enough. What about the new God of War game? I could see you kind of doing that. Black Flag. I actually really want to play Black Flag again. I miss Black Flag, and I saw someone start to play it for the first time, and it made me get a huge nostalgia trip. I haven't played Black Flag since it came out, and that's probably like a decade ago now. It's still not confirmed. AI 2 might not be pushed through. Well, I freaking hope it would. I think they know that they've got the audience for it. There are millions of people who love that game. You completed God of War 4 times. Fair enough. Isn't there supposed to be a new God of War coming out soon? They're just basically Kratos is killing his way through every mythology on Earth now. Everything gets delayed! Why? Why does this happen to us? Let me see if there are any more recent news about it. Yeah, okay. Definitely let me know if there is more news about it, because I would be absolutely all over Alien Isolation 2. Yeah, exactly. I need some sound effects. I need to put in, "Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again." And stuff. Sorry, what? What specifically? It's in the early... Yeah, has it actually... Oh, has it actually been confirmed? It's definitely being worked on. Nice. I am very happy. I thought I read that, but I wasn't sure. Oh, frickin' hay fever. Frickin' hay fever. Sooner or later it'll come out. Sometime around 2027, probably. Yeah, I looked it up about 2 months ago now, maybe. I think that was when I last looked it up. What have you got on the backlog at the moment, Senya? My backlog is just... I no longer even refer to my backlog. My backlog is just every game. I have too many of them. I think I'm going to start streaming multiplayer at some point. Probably the new Battlefield. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I personally... And before I say this, let me start off by saying every streamer has their own style. What works for one streamer, you know, doesn't work for another, and what one viewer likes isn't the same as other people. Personally, I will never stream a multiplayer game. Maybe at the most I might stream a co-op game. I've done co-op games before, but even then I've only done it once. The thing with doing multiplayer is if you're playing it with friends, then you kind of have to concentrate on your chat with friends, or you concentrate on chat with chat, and it becomes very hard to do both of them. And you kind of... My personal feeling is I couldn't do both. I would end up either making chat feel like they weren't being listened to, or the person I was playing with would just be a spare wheel who just had to play silently. And I don't think that works for me and the people I would play with. I don't think that dynamic works. But and the other thing, I guess, if you're playing multiplayer on your own, I don't know. I think the thing with me is that I don't like anything round based. I want something with a single player storyline. That's just what I like. That's fair enough, JDM. Like I say, everyone is different. Everyone is different. If you like to ignore people in chat, then you ignore people in chat. But yeah, that's personally, I will always stick to single player games. Stuff like Horizon, stuff like Subnautica are perfect for me. He usually puts his voice on stream. Oh, sorry, I missed that. I streamed FIFA once and quickly shut that down due to massive amounts of rage. I guess that's the other thing as well, yeah. That's the other thing. It's like, if you're playing competitive, especially 1v1, if I'm not doing well, then I absolutely will start to go, oh, for goodness sake, and unless people are actually coming there to listen to me just fume about how bad I am, because I am a bad gamer, let's be honest. Unless people are actually coming there to listen to me talk about how bad I am, I don't think they would enjoy that either. Yeah, it just... I wouldn't necessarily say I'm less boring than anyone else. I can definitely be a boring person when I want to be. But, yeah, you do have to kind of know how to just, like, talk absolute nonsense for a while to fill in gaps. You're past your punching stuff rage days, but will still shout a lot. In fairness, some people can be very entertaining as rage streamers. I've not watched many of them, but, like, some people have built absolute careers off being the kind of person who will throw a controller across the room every single stream. And some people will build careers off flicking the microphone all the time, you idiot. Urgh, stop doing that. But yeah, no, some people can be entertaining rage streamers. Personally, I don't think... I don't like it when I'm raging. I like to keep that private. It happens, and I like to keep it private. But anyway, it is almost 7 o'clock now. I think I am going to wrap up at this point. I mean, after all, I have beaten the game. It's about when I usually finish. And... yeah, we've been going for just over 3 hours, so that's a decent time. About the same time as usual. I'll be starting just after 3 o'clock, probably. So, yeah. thank you guys for joining me. It has been good fun. That game is another game we've ticked off. Thank you, Lotta Spaghetti, for dropping by again. Thank you, everyone, for dropping by. Should we go and drop in on Drim? What's he playing? He's playing the... I don't know, what do you want to see? Should we drop in on Drim playing the Ascent? Should we drop in on Carthy playing FF14 online? Anyone or anything in general? No, thank you, Pharaoh. Thank you very much for recommending and for helping me through it. It is very fun to play. But yeah, what are we thinking? We thinking the Ascent, which I know... the Ascent, or is it... Yeah, the Ascent, Final Fantasy 14, something different. Or should I just switch it off for another game for today? Let's go and drop in on Drim. I haven't gone for Drim for a while. I don't know anything about the game he's playing. Anything, cool. Pharaoh, did you have a raid message tucked down your sleeves that you wanted to use? Or should we just say Tark raid again or something like that? Let me load up. Well, if it's Drim, then yeah, we can shove Drim onto that. Subnautica raid. Could do. How about we combine the two? How about we go there? Will that do? Are people going for that? But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys again for the follows and the messages and the helping and everything in general. As I've said a million times already, I'll be back tomorrow playing Horizon. Hope to see you all guys all there. It is a great game. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and yeah, let's go and say hi to Drim. So, catch you again. Oh yeah, let's include the emotes if we have them as well. But yeah, let's catch them. Let us do that. It's about to start anytime soon again, so yeah. See you guys. Bye-bye.